Welcome to Real Inside Sales Talk, episode 16 with Mark and Jayson. Find us at facebook.com/RealISATalk. Find us at www.realinsidesalestalk.com. Jayson, how are you tonight?
I'm wonderful, my friend. How are you?
Oh, Jayson, I can hear it in your voice. What's wrong?
Oh, I'm tired, man.
You're tired.
Tired. But hey, I tell you what, though. We're going into fall, and I love fall. I love the fall weather. I love the fall season.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. Colors are going to start changing out there. It's going to create a different atmosphere, different mood. That's one thing I love about living in our area that we do is we have 4 seasons. So shout out to all the people who like fall. If you hate it, fine.
Yeah, I love the Ozarks. I've been here 31 years. I've got a huge Bradford pear. In fact, the biggest one on the block in my front yard.
Yep.
And it's beautiful when it changes colors.
Oh,
it is like, you got to just stop and stare at it for 10 minutes in awe. Yeah. I've never done that before, and then I saw it, and it was like, wow.
Yes, wow. Wow. So things are, this is our 16th episode now, Mark.
16th? Yeah.
We want to give a shout out to everybody out there. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for listening.
And, we've had a lot of good emails coming in with suggestions on, what their problems are, how can we fix it, how would you rebuttal it. So keep those coming at realinsidesalestalk@gmail.com. That's realinsidesalestalk@gmail.com. Like and subscribe to our Facebook group. That's facebook.com/ISAtalk. Find us on www.realinsidesalestalk.com. We've made a few updates. We've got a lot more coming.
All the different places Mark said that we can find us, but most importantly, leave us a review out there on Stitcher and iTunes. Share us. That lets other people know to listen. That moves us up there in the rankings, the search profile. So please like and share us out there. We want to thank everybody out there from Canada, Texas, Florida, Illinois,
Philippines.
Shout out. Thank you guys for listening. So today, today we're going to be going through a kind of a potpourri of topics, just a wide array, a grab bag, if you will, surprise bag, gift bag. Let's call it a test drive of various different cars. We're walking into a car lot, and we're getting to test drive the Ferrari, the Lamborghini, the Porsche, the Audi, all of them. That's the array of topics we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some good ones today. So hold on, strap yourself in, get ready. Mark, start us off there. I know you were talking about working in a team atmosphere, and there's good and bad.
There's a lot of greatness and a lot of interesting things to learn.
Oh, yeah, there is.
You can get so much experience so quickly. And, I remember having a great lunch with some awesome coworkers, and we were all just talking about, how all of us have really difficult jobs, but we only focus on just one particular or maybe 2 particular tasks, sometimes 3 tasks. 4 or 5, if you're me.
Some people
or other people too.
Here's the thing, some people spread themselves way too thin.
And that's the thing, there's the people that say, I want to be successful, I want to make a shitload of money, but they're only doing one thing, or they're not picking up the phone, or they're not door knocking, or, they're not asking for help. They're not asking the right questions to prove that they're actually motivated. And it's one of those things where, like me, I love doing what I do, and I love helping people. I like being known to be helpful,
right?
And I want to be wanted in the room.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to be careful about that, because we do have personas out there that are easily, want to make people happy and everything. And what you can find yourself getting into on a team is people might start taking advantage of your kindness.
So you have to be able to stand up for yourself, say, hey, I don't have the time for this. I'm hired to do this. I got to do this, or here's what my goals and dreams are, and right now I need to focus on this. Mm-hmm. But when I get some spare time, I promise I'll help you out with X, Y, Z. Is that fair enough?
Here's the thing before you join a team out there of anybody. I mean,
or trade information.
Well, here's the thing: you're a new salesman jumping in on a team. A lot of us are in a kind of a hurry to get used to everything, but there's some clues you got to look out for. I mean, can you walk in that office and tell what their goals are, what their schedule is, what their focus is each day? Because if you don't see anything like that there, or walk in there and hang out with them for 4 to 6 hours, are they going to be focused on business? Are you going to be able to see some sort of organization there? Some sort of, again, if you don't see people accountability, because a lot of times we'll walk into a new team, everybody's cool, it's laid back, it's realtor, salesperson, car sales, you get to wear a tie, walk into a little office, kick back at a desk. That's the thing is you kind of, okay, and this seems cool and this seems awesome. The boss is okay. We get business coming in. The boss has built a big team now, and he's cashing in on that reputation.
I look for patterns. I look for who's the number 1, number 2. I want to see what they're doing daily.
Right.
I study them.
What are they doing daily?
How can I improve myself? and how can I learn from others around me?
Right.
Like, I'm there to make people around me better, but I can only get better if I'm better.
Exactly. You have to get better, and you have to find the right people, and the right people are the key, Mark. We're going to riff on that topic real quick here. Let's go down that road. Hard left turn here now, people on the test drive.
Buckle in. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
It's going to be a good one. We've got a full tank of gas going. So the first thing I look for, and what I like to see as part of a team, or in any sales thing, what are your goals each week? You break that down. What are your goals each day? How are you getting those, leads in the door? That's another huge variable that nobody thinks about. It's important because jobs that involve you calling out there and setting appointments, getting people to open up an email, getting people to click on a link in an email, getting people to do anything that initiates them contacting you is half the job when you're. So having the right people doing their roles each day. Some people are adaptable to a very fixed schedule. Some people are adaptable to accountability. Some people have a different atmosphere that they like to work in. Where do you leverage their personality strength? As we discussed in episode 8 about disc profiles, where do you leverage their personality when you want to match them with your team goals, your schedules, your procedures, and the examples that you want to see set on a team, especially as the team grows?
Yeah, and are there leaders that are guiding you, that are selling you every day? Are they actually accountable? Are they doing what they're supposed to be doing?
Right.
Are you finding out shit that's costing them money? It's also a difficult conversation to have because it's like, okay, I've seen XYZ, but you're over here promoting ZYX.
Right.
So why aren't you doing XYZ?
Well, exactly, and that's just it. I mean, there's team leaders out there that they walk in.
What are your distractions, and how can I help?
Right.
Like, even though I'm below you and you're the boss, what are your issues, and how can I help?
Right.
Because clearly this is a distraction for you.
Right. Or you don't see their priority.
Here's the overall goal. Here's what where we need to be in XYZ time frame. Right. If we're not there, it's not just my fault, but your fault too, and I don't want that to happen.
Right.
So really, how can I help? And just let's figure this out.
Right. Well, and you've got team leaders also that maybe show up once a week, every 10 days, walk through the office. Okay, what are we doing? Where are we at? Here's where we need to be. All right, I'm out of here. They're not there hands-on, showing you exactly what they expect, how they expect it, getting it running and getting it going. All the good teams have people in place that can keep that engine running. Yeah,
and great team leaders, they praise their coworkers, they praise their teammates, they congratulate. When they coach you, they're going to do positive, negative, positive. You did great at this. Let's work at this. Yes. By the way, you did awesome. Sign here. Let's have an awesome week. And if you hit your goal, here's what I'm going to do for you.
Right. You want to see them hands-on. Mm-hmm. As much as possible.
Or also like grabbing the bull by the horns. Watch this.
Right.
Like when I was at Expedia, people would just come and stand by me on their breaks, and they'd hear me pitch. Because that's what their supervisors would tell them to do. It's like,
go listen to this guy.
Go listen to this guy. I swear to God it happened. Even the SDMs, the district managers, and like really high-end people will be like, wow.
Well, here's how you want to get noticed. I mean,
being yourself and not giving being yourself and not being able to change the process for the better.
Mm-hmm. Well, how much do you assert yourself?
You have to over-assert yourself. And you have to believe in yourself, because if you don't have the conviction to practice what you preach or preach at that point, people aren't going to believe you.
Right.
So, and the people are going to look at the results. If you're preaching it and you have the conviction behind it and they're seeing your numbers, then they're going to listen.
Well, and that's just it. And plus, you've got to know, as you're applying yourself and you're getting better, you have your own internal standards you want to achieve. Is the team that you're wanting to choose, do they adapt to those internal standards? And then third, you've got to be able to do something to one. Hey, if you're making more sales each week, but you're not getting noticed for it, which, I mean, evidently somebody's not looking.
That's bad management and bad leadership right there.
Exactly.
And that's exactly why you need to talk with your team leaders. You need to uptrain your team leaders. Mm-hmm. There's so many people that are made team leader just because so many people quit, but they have no idea what the hell they're doing.
No.
It's like, okay, even if it's like once a quarter, which is preferred, you have some 1 hour a week where you get with your team leaders or your upper management and be like, look, here's how we need to treat our people. Mm-hmm. Here, you expect this from me. Mm-hmm. You like it when I'm nice to you, right?
Right.
Well, the people that are below you like it when you're nice to them.
Well, and here's the other thing. You built a business, you built a good team and everything like that. And yeah, you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
Have the right people in place so you can be able to do that. Because if you don't, it's just going to crumble away over a couple of years. You know, you're going to burn through all your capital reserves that you've saved up, you know, everything that you've accomplished because you've gotten complacent. You haven't remembered exactly what keeps you going and doing what you need to do. So you want to be successful, you know.
Add the right people, but continue to work with them to help them improve and help yourself improve.
Yep.
Nobody ever stops improving because, like, for example, if I'm falling behind on calls, I'm going to be like, hey, team leader, I need your help because I'm working on making you a bunch of money, but I know you're going to make a bunch more money if you help me out for 3 hours.
Right.
And a good team leader is going to be like, what can I do?
Right. Well, and you can do that in anything in sales effectively. You know, you find the right product, you find the right team, you find the right people to put you around, and you've got an inclination to say, okay, let me leverage this ability I have to be able to, you know, interact with people, you know, get people motivated, talk to people, whatever it is that you do that you're good at in that regard. You know, you can go out there, you can find the right fit. So those first couple of years, you can find out exactly, okay, how you need to do it, you know, learn, get some experience, and move up the ladder into not only, you know, everybody starts maybe selling door-to-door, selling cars, but then you can move up and, you know, work for, you know, big conglomerate, you know, working for, you know, huge, you know, multinational companies, you know, and that's the opportunity that sales presents.
Yeah, and also, like, what sacrifices do you have to make to get that successful? And that boils down to something I want to bring up is, you know, experience versus real success.
Right.
You know, why is blank successful? You know, most of the quote-unquote real success were the people that figured it out first.
Sure.
And then everyone else is trying to copy them or manipulate the style to make it work in their favor to make more money.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, look at all the real estate models out there.
Right, right. Well, that's just what you have. I mean, and that's the thing where people want to emulate that.
Emulate success.
Right.
Right. So if it worked for this person, why isn't it working for me? Well, it's probably because 100 other people are doing that. So how are you going to be different than everyone else?
Right.
And that's where experience comes in.
Right.
You know, do you want to hire this kid out of college that was in there for 4 to 6 years, or do you want to hire this guy that's been doing it for the last 8 years straight every day?
Right.
And has great referrals.
Well,
No degree.
Right. And you find common threads through, you know, all those people that are successful. You know, they read good books, you know, they're motivated, they have a plan, they stick to their plan. You know, and they're going to sacrifice things to, you know, stick to that plan.
Oh, and they talk about it. Like it's not just something that you bring up in an interview. It's something that you consistently talk about on a weekly basis. Like, you know, this is where I planned to be at this time last year. We're on track to hit this goal. How can we improve our track record to hit our next goal at this time next year?
Right.
So how can we plan for that? Because this is what we've learned. You know, this is what sucked. This is what worked. This is what we hated. This is what, you know,
did. Yeah.
You know, this was okay. Trial and error. So you have to track everything too.
Mm-hmm. You do. You do. And here's the thing: is you've always got to question yourself, Mark. And this is in conjunction with, you know, having a schedule, using things like Google Calendar, you know, all the freebies out there. Is each activity as you schedule it out through your day is this a productive use of my time?
Sometimes it's okay to sit in front of the TV and watch 3 hours of The Walking Dead.
Well,
like your brain has to rest because, like me, like if I think about sales or work too much and I don't focus on thinking about family or other things, sometimes I need to reset my brain by just doing something mindless.
Well, here's the thing: is everything revolves around that leisure time you get to spend with your family. So plan that first.
Yep.
Plan that first.
Family.
Everything that you're going to do through your work week is going to support being able to spending this X amount of time, you know, with the kids. Because you may want to be successful, and let's say you're out there working a regular job and you got, you know, kind of a side hustle that you're doing. You're out there practicing the ability to make income not only through your regular job, but, you know, passive income for yourself.
Street smarts, not just business smarts, but your street smarts.
Either investing in, you know, houses, investing in antiques, going to car auctions, whatever you can do to make extra money on the side. Because that's the thing out there in this day and age, Mark.
Buying and selling.
Yes.
My grandpa does it, makes $50,000 a year sitting on his couch just buying and selling. Took $1,000, then it went to $3,000, then it went to $5,000, then it went to $12,000. I mean, it's...
Well, then how many, you know... How many people do you know out there, or success stories that you've seen out there, people have taken something just in their garage, you know, or taking something out of their shed and started profiting from it? Like, you know, I met a guy who did a killing of a business going around town and collecting old furniture and then reselling it on, like, Craigslist. So anyway, Mark, the other thing, man, I mean, that's just the thing is whatever you can do to, you know, get yourself to make money, not only in your regular job, because, you know, that could really benefit you. You know, if you're out there and you're a salesman for, you know, high-end products, man, and you know that, okay, over the next 2 years, if I make X number of sales, I'm going to have this financial freedom to be able to do what I want. So you want to go open up a bar in Key West. You know, okay, what do I need to do to make that happen?
Yeah.
You know, I want to spend more time with my kids and family. Sure. What do you need to do to make that happen? What do you need to do to make that happen? You freaking have to have goals, man.
You have to have a schedule. You have to
plan.
research.
Yeah, well, you have to know what you're going to sell each day. Having a plan of freaking action, man.
Yeah, sometimes pay for coaching because, you know, you can't find anybody. And that's when you look into Mark and Jayson at realinsidesalestalk.com or facebook.com/ISA Talk. Right, Jayson?
Correct, Mark. RealInsideSalesTalk.com. You can find not only all our podcasts and information there, you can find recommendations on products, information that can get you going as far as starting your own business, generating some online income. You can also find a link to Vulcan 7 out there, the best CRM dialer known to mankind right now. Also, you can find a link to get coaching from Mark and Jayson. That's myself. That's Mark. And what we want to let you know is go to realinsidesalestalk.com. Check out all those links. Check out all those offers. Now, Mark,
Jayson,
tell me, my friend, who would win in a fight? You know comics, don't you?
I love and know lots about comics.
Okay.
Challenge accepted.
Okay. Are you a DC or a Marvel guy?
More DC, but I can enjoy Marvel.
Okay. So, Batman over the Thing.
Batman, he's smarter, and he's taken down the Hulk. He's also taken down Superman. The Thing, he's, you know, Ben, the Thing, he might have the strength, but he's very clumsy. And Batman can pre-plan for anything.
Thor, Superman.
Superman's already won that fight multiple times. They even had a 1,000-year battle.
You know the expression that bugs me, that just rubs my rhubarb?
They're not getting the money they want, and they're putting out all this effort. When you look at them, and you're like...
You call somebody, and you say, hey, what's up? And they say, hey, I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. You know what that tells me? They have no direction. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, that makes...
You're spinning your wheels here, trying to do 35 different things, trying to cover 10 different things, instead of focusing on those 1, 2, 3 things that actually get your business running, that actually are a productive use of your time, that allow you to generate income. Exactly. So you got to know each day what each team member's roles are. You know, if your job out there is to be able to generate X number of leads, if your job out there is to make sure this person has the ability to generate X number of leads, and this person out there has the job to be able to, you know, close this number of deals, well, that's what they need to do. Their objective each day. You know, and everything that you need to do is a step forward in that direction. And if you're not doing that, you don't have a team leader that's doing that, dude, in a year or two, your career is going to be bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye.
You picked the wrong group to go to, which is why it's really important that you research the people that you work for. And you also just wasted a bunch of time with the wrong people that didn't help you make money.
Wasted your money.
You waste that, yeah. I mean, you waste money in your life.
Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah. I mean, do you want to have a life? I mean, that's the thing is, I think people overdo it sometimes. Yeah, with the financial freedom, all that sort of stuff. Well, that is real, dude. Because that's what everybody wants.
The harder you work, the more you get.
But the thing
allegedly.
But
if you're working for the wrong, like if working and you're expecting XYZ to happen, but you're just doing the wrong type of work,
right,
for that work,
right,
if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Then you're just wasting time.
Well, and if you're wasting time like that, and you're just
like, if I just called everybody out of a phone book rather than internet leads.
Well, here's the thing. The thing that I think out there is interesting, you get all these people hysterical about going into some career, real estate, you know, whatever sales, car sales, insurance sales, you know, financial sales. They get, you know, hot and heavy for a couple of years, and then they run out of steam. Those people have low energy, and they're losers. The reason they're losers out there is because all they use are simple sales tactics. All they do out there is just recall and regurgitate the same crap that they watched on some late night TV commercial that said, hey, get rich quick doing this, and they come out with the latest gadget and the latest spin out there. If you're serious about your sales career, and you're serious about growing your sales career, and you're serious about being more productive with use of your time, you're going to know that you're going to need to, first of all, set a goal. You know, you're going to have a plan of action every day that you go into that office. And even after you go to the office, yeah, you got a couple of kids, you know, you only got one car, one job. Okay, well, dude, if you want to unburden yourself from the drudgeries of day to day, man, I'm not getting anywhere, I'm not doing anything, my plan's not going like I think it is. Well, first of all, reevaluate what you're doing, you know, and then secondly, start working a little smarter about what you're doing. You know, yes, you've got to be disciplined about your time, and you've also got to be productive about your time. If your goal is to be, you know, independent and wealthy within 10 years, what do you need to do each day to make that freaking happen? And if you're not out there actually taking that seriously, instead of, oh, la-di-da, I'll try, Avon sales this week, or, oh, I found this furniture piece and I'm going to sell it and I'm going to go antiquing and make us billions of dollars, or, oh, Mark, if I buy silver right now, I can collect up all this old silver, I can make millions.
Bitcoins, Jayson.
Yeah, Bitcoins. But then it actually takes effort and concentration and focus and discipline. And then, oh, shit, that's work. People are scared of work.
People are scared of work. And you know what? You won't be scared of work if you just do the damn work. Really, by yourself.
You know what fucking grinds my gears?
What really fucking grinds your gears, Jayson?
Is when I see these fucking live stupid video postings of these stupid salesmen before they go into a sale. I'm thinking, dude, you are so not focused on your freaking sale, man. I would never hire you in a million freaking years.
I was like, yeah, I've got like a suit on, and either they're dressed for prom, or they're dressed for a wedding, or they're dressed in a regular suit.
Right.
Nothing wrong with the regular suit. I'm a regular suit type of guy.
Sure.
Or like shorts if I can.
Sure. Oh yeah.
I hate pants. I love shorts.
Oh yeah.
But it's like there's like some people who are like, we're gonna write it out on this whiteboard, and then we're gonna underline it, and then we're gonna like write out again and underline it, and then we're gonna like just like not clickbait exactly, but we're gonna say some shit where they have to click read more.
Right.
And it's like just like bullshit, and then click here to subscribe.
Right. I know, and that's the thing is you get people like that just go on Facebook all, okay, they're pretty face, whatever, because, I mean, women do it too, and certainly what works for you, but is that salesperson going to back it up in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or even if it's a one-time sale, like maybe, well, cars aren't always one-time sales, any business is not necessarily a one-time sale, but let's just say an infrequent sale, real estate. Are you going to follow up with that person every 6 months, 9 months, and let them know, hey, I'm still freaking alive, man, and I'm wondering kind of what you're doing? Or is that salesman going to be posting live videos on Facebook and Instagram crap and not following up with his freaking customers? He's probably got a trust fund out there somewhere.
Do this, man. Do this.
And he's not actually putting out the real work out there, going actually finding ways to make yourself actual money.
And that's the thing. Like, there's some coaches that are like really good off the bat, but then after like a month or two,
it's like
they fall off the map, or they're like they run out of material.
Right.
And the only way to have new material is by constantly working,
constantly working, constantly learning. Well, if you want to grow your career, grow your business, grow your personal life, become better, become healthier, stronger, fitter, smarter, quicker, better at negotiations, better on your feet. Some people feel like they're timid and they think, well, if I could learn this and this and this, then I'd be better at that. And you can do that. You can get over that hump. You've got to learn to assert yourself and think of life in a different way. You're not taught this in school, Mark. You're not taught to think of business. You're not taught to think of, I need to add
this should be shit that's taught.
Right. And that's the thing is I need to have some sort of skill that's going to allow me to generate money for my efforts, because all our goals out there is to be able to hang out and have as much leisure time as possible. So what we want to be able to do is we have to work to be able to attain that goal. You've got to learn from failure. The more times you fail, the better you get.
It's okay to
That's
fail.
why you've got to figure out
what's your
and then that's what your definition. What I'd like to talk about. What's your definition of success?
Repeated failure over and over again until you learn how to be successful repetitiously. And what I've learned is, I could go on autopilot and I could perform, but I'm not going to do very good. Mm-hmm. But if I bring the inspiration to make myself better and better every day, it's just going to make me more money. Right.
And you've elevated yourself throughout life. I mean, you're getting kind of a comfortable position, kind of settled in, starting to enjoy some things, have the freedom to do something like this to coach people, because that takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of focus,
takes a lot of recognition.
Yep.
And sacrifice. And it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. And you have to be able to learn to grow outside of your position. Like, you have to learn what the buyer's agent point of view is in real estate, what the sales agent point of view is, from what the contract coordinator point of view is. If I was a buyer's agent, what would I do differently?
Well,
and that's where I can study my craft.
Right.
See, from the ISA standpoint, I can learn how to be a lead generation master, which I consider myself already because I've figured out how to do it. Mm-hmm. Like, when I go in tomorrow, it's like, okay, what can I learn from the buy side, the sell side, the list side, the contract coordinating side, the sign call side, X type of lead side, X type of lead here side, and then be able to train and make myself master that position. That way I'm more valuable.
You know my opinion on that?
What?
You know what I think we should do?
Go ahead.
You want me to tell you?
Go ahead.
You'll like it. you should be a listing agent?
I'm scared to.
Dude, let me tell you why. Let's do a little coaching with Mark here.
Just pump me up. Yeah, like for example, I went on two listing appointments this week, and I got them.
Okay. Let me tell you why you should be a listing agent, Mark.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I think you're direct enough with people that if you wrap your head a little more around the seller's market, just from the perspective of sellers, it appeals to you.
Yeah.
Because I think, and the leverage I think you would have is the more upfront you could be with them about, okay, their expectations.
Just fearless. Here's what's going to happen.
Because, I mean, buyer's agents take a lot of hand-holding. You're not a hand-holding dude.
I'm going to tell you the real shit.
You're not a
I'm not hardcore.
Guy.
I'm not like a hood bitch, but I'm just like the real.
That's the thing.
Stats and facts.
Yeah, everybody has their style. You know, it doesn't matter if you're in the hood. Doesn't matter if you're in the country out showing people property. You know, or if you're in a urban area. High hills, LA, whatever. I don't give a crap. Sales are sales. Buyers are buyers. Sellers are sellers.
So it doesn't matter what your product is or who your client may be. It's you and your belief in yourself and your product. It all starts with you. I want to thank you for listening to Real Inside Sales Talk with Mark and Jayson, episode 16. Find us at realinsidesalestalk.com. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ISA Talk. You can become a subscriber at realinsidesalestalk.com/subscribe. By becoming a monthly subscriber, you get all kinds of goodies like one-on-one coaching with Mark and Jayson, motivation, accountability, support. You get access to bonus content, newsletters, and our secret mastermind group. Review, like, and share us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. Thanks again for listening. Until next time.